Welcome back, family. This is your boy ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, that just simply means Ed. Let me sit back a little bit. Today's topic is entitled, What Jobs Can You Get with a CAPM certification? Again, what jobs can you get with a CAPM or CAPM certification? Now, I'll be unpacking what CAPM means, but you know what? I'm going to do it here now. So, CAPM means certificate association project manager, meaning that you translation is that you are associate project manager. Means you're certified to be a associate project manager. Now the question is well, what kind of jobs can I get with a CAPM certificate? Some of the things that when I went and got my CAPM, some of the jobs that I was able to get. First one of them was a project coordinator. So I want to stay here for a minute and say the importance of a project coordinator. So a project coordinator, family, is really important to a project manager and to the team collectively. It's one of those. It's one of those things where sometimes people want to skip the step of being a project coordinator and jump right into project being a project manager, but you learn so much. When I was a project coordinator, I got an opportunity to watch other project managers, how they lead meetings, how they deal with conflict, how they send out their meeting minutes, how they make sure they put certain controls in place to ensure that the team collectively are being successful, that they are winning, and knowing that they have that they have building a relationship with the project managers. And I've seen some of the most exceptional, amazing project managers to some of the project managers you just say, well, how did this person get into the project management field? So I say all that to say this, family, is that a project coordinator to me is something that is the foundational principle to being an exceptional project manager. Some people don't have to be a project coordinator, that they can go right in to being a project manager, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not, even if you don't be a project, I'm not knocking you for that, but what I'm saying is being able to really not have to deal with the brunt of the project. You really get to sit in the passenger seat. Yes, there are things that are going to be required of you. You know, the project manager may say, hey, I need you to take notes for this particular meeting, and if they're an exceptional project manager, what they're doing is they're also taking notes, and they want to see kind of how your guys' notes compare, and so they can lead you of how they form up their notes. And so when you're moving forward and running up, when you are a project manager or even a project coordinator is leading, most of the time project coordinators will lead small, maybe small projects, maybe sometimes up to medium, but most of the time is really small projects that have a quick turnaround time, but still fall into that it's unique, and the still falls in it's unique, and it has a beginning and end date because, as we know, that's a project. But I'll digress on that point. But yes, being a project coordinator is definitely a role that you would be able to get with the CAPM. Now, there are some caveats to that. You know, family, we keep it all the way one hundo here, and meaning that even though you may have the CAPM, there may be people or companies that may look at you and say, well, you have no type of project management experience. And that's another one of the videos that are coming, as far as I'm going to help especially beginner project managers, because they've done project management before, but they probably didn't realize it, and knowing how to frame it up in a way that is truthful and is a reflection of what they did in their day-to-day job. But anyway, enough about project coordinators. Another one is business analysts. Now, again, these are all, in my opinion, this is the road of how I got here. I'm not saying that you have to do it, you have to go this way. I'm not saying that you can't skip a step. I'm saying these are the steps that I went in, and this is if I was mentoring and coaching someone, I may say skip the business analyst, but I would say definitely a project coordinator, because with business analysts, the only thing that I really enjoyed about being a analyst is really the collecting requirements piece, which you do as a project manager. So it kind of makes sense. But it was reason why I loved about being a business analyst is identifying what are the requirements, and then first of all, identify which requirements have the priority, and then especially if it's a functional versus a technical, I can go on and on. But that's how I started. I started off as a business analyst, then went to senior business analyst, and then transitioned into being a project, like a project analyst, project, then project coordinator, and then going into project manager. Now, with a CAPM, you also can get a project management role. See, all of this has to do with experience as well. Or here's one that people won't probably tell you is the fact that if you get with the right company and they love your attitude, and love what you're willing to do, and looking at your resume, they may make you a project manager with a CAPM certification and say, well, hey, we're going to just take a risk on this person, and we're going to put this person with an exceptional experienced project manager, and we're going to give them small to medium projects as they build up and grow and learn in the project management space, because there are companies out there that are willing to take the risk because they know that they have exceptional experienced project managers that can coach and guide that up and coming project manager. So don't be shocked if all of a sudden you put a CAPM on your certification. Listen, I would hire you as a project manager. You say, well, Ed, you just talked about project coordinator and business analyst. Yes, those are key, but I'm saying this is subjective, meaning even though I went down that path, the project coordinator and business analyst, that doesn't mean that you have to, but I will say how much it did help me as a project manager. And if I were to hire you as a project manager, I would still make you take on those activities as a project coordinator and a business analyst, because I wouldn't put on too much on you too soon, because then you would want to give up as a project manager. And I've seen that done countless of times within the space of project management. That you get a new project manager comes in, and the handoff is horrendous. What do I mean by the handoff? Meaning of saying, hey, oh, so you were a project manager, you got certifications? Here's the information. And you're like, wait a minute, I have questions, and just don't hand it. People are so quick to hand off information and just run because they're like, whew, I don't have to deal with that now. Dealing with those stakeholders, or dealing with the requirements and anything else that comes with the whole project management gambit. So, family, I challenge you today, as I always do, to be exceptional project managers and to know that yes, you can get a project management job with a CAPM. What I advise for it, yes and no. I know I'm on the fence with it. I'll ask for your forgiveness now. But the reason why is because I really do believe being a project coordinator really gives you the foundational framework that you need to be a successful and exceptional project manager. So, family, today I dropped some really good heat today. I want to know. I have some questions for you. What are some topics you're looking to hear discussed on the Conscious Agility channel? What are some things that you need help with that has been troubling you as either intermediate, beginner, or experienced project manager? And what else? Oh yeah, we have some amazing services that are coming soon. We're going to have a resume writing service. We're going to have mentorship service. I mean, we're coming with it all, family. But we're going to start small, and then we're going to constantly grow. So I hope you're enjoying today's content. I hope this is something that answers the question of what people are really looking for. Because a lot of people, when you get the CAPM certification, this is just bonus footage for you, family. But when you get the CAPM certification, you are just so excited. I know when I got my CAPM, because let me tell you something, family. I don't know if you know this or not, but I failed the CAPM the first time I took it. Yep, I failed the CAPM. And failing the CAPM, I was distraught because I was like, wait a minute, how? I mean, I put in the hours, the time. All I did was, just study project management, the frameworks, because CAPM is really more of a around the definitions, around the principles, um, around the leadership. So it's really based around that, whereas the PMP is more situational questions and things of that nature. But the CAPM, again, like I said, if you have the opportunity to go and take it, go get those 32 credit hours so you can go and sit for this test and all the rest of the remaining requirements. But again, and I'm trying not to go into it to this video, that I'll go into it another video if you want to learn. But again, um, the CAPM is a good certification to have, along with looking for a project coordinator or business analyst. But don't be afraid to apply to those project management jobs, because in applying for those project management jobs, they may bring you on as a project manager, but really you may have the title as a project manager, but you may be doing a lot of project coordinator and business analyst jobs as you grow in your career. So I hope that helps someone today, family. It's just you and I here talking, where I'm sitting down. As you can see, again, execute, failure, and success. That's the story of my life. I hope it can be yours. It's a great thing to have. Until next time, I'm your boy AD. This has been another Conscious Agility Movement.